Well, as you've probably seen by the flight scope screenshots that I've been posting up on Facebook, the swing itself is definitely improving, or my ability to apply the club to the back of the ball has improved. Since the last session, I've been working on improving my extension in the backswing and my ability to control the low point. Now that in turn has produced a much more consistent strike and maximised the speed that I currently have. The club head speed gradually increasing session after session, and if we look at it here now, going back compared to the last time, much less movement off the golf ball, much better extension. Previously I was maintaining forward flexion for too long and the upper centre was drifting off the ball. As you can see now, both from face on and down the target line, that left leg straightening nicely, right knee working out towards the golf ball. If I'm being super critical at that point, I would say that my blade is a little bit open here at the top, partly due to the fact that on reflection, looking at the setup position, I feel that my hands are a little bit low. Need to get my handle up more if I'm going to learn to hit a draw shot from this position. I'm hanging a lot of shots out right, as you might expect at this stage. Baseline would be shaft of the golf club pointing towards the buckle on the belt, and you can see there that the handle is a little bit low, which is more conducive to hitting a cut than it is hitting a draw. So from there, what I'm going to do is swing down and through, moving into my right side nicely. Again, that needs to improve, so this next time I'm going to work on trying to improve my ability to move in a linear manner from the top of the backswing to the delivery position and then extend on the way through. So don't quite move forward far enough with the hips. Right leg doesn't really straighten early enough to bring the club out of its descent, and as a result not really hitting out sufficiently at the golf ball. If we look at it from down the line, from a pretty good top of the backswing position, what I'm going to find now is that the right arm gets a little bit too much out in front of me too early. Shaft of the club or club head a little bit too much out in front of the hands at this position, and now I'm going to find it very hard to hit out at the golf ball. You can see there I'm just sort of sliding across the ball, and as a result not going to get that ball drawing back. When we see a player who has the arm in, sufficiently going back, but then gets it drifting out a little bit too much, coming down, and the club outside the hands, we're seeing a player who isn't moving forward with his hips enough. And if I just put a little line here on my left knee, that left knee from the top of my backswing to the delivery position should return into its address flex, which it does. It should now, if I'm moving my hips in the appropriate manner, moving them towards my target and tucking my butt under my torso, that knee should never get out in front of that line. And you can see here now that that left knee is going to flex forward a little bit too much. Hips don't really slide or tuck enough, and as a result we come across the golf ball. If we look at it from face on, you can see right knee doesn't get out in front of the right ankle enough. Not enough separation between the two centres at this point. And if I'm using my legs properly, I would see less of a kink in this right leg here. So the key between now and when I video and post next is going to be to make some swings where I'm going to cut the finish off at chest height. And at that point I want to see this right leg nice and straight, the level of the belt raising through impact, so I'm using the ground to push up and generate power, but the lateral movement of the hips, or the linear movement of the hips, is going to also help keep the club moving from the inside and hitting out at the golf ball. So that's the plan. Watch this space and hopefully I'll be good to my word and the yardage will be increasing and the shape of shot will be improving as well. Hope you're enjoying it, I certainly am, and look forward to posting my next swings.